Hello, my name is Brian Seeley, and in this video I'll be showing some of the stuff I have working in a project that I'm calling Reincarnation. My plan for this game is for it to be a side-scrolling roguelike RPG, and I want the player to kind of experience something different every time they play. So you could have similar builds, but maybe you'll be a different kind of species than you were before in your previous playthrough. So as you can see in the top left-hand corner of the screen, there's the word species and wolf. So that's the current species my character is. Right now I have 11 species in the game, and just to cycle through a couple of them: fox, pig, wolf again, dragon, human, griffin, goblin, dragon, and a pig. So those are just around, I think, 7 of the 11. And just to clarify, all of these assets are from Unreal Engine's store. So there's the UE4 mannequin that comes with the project, and all of the animals you see in the centaur are from a free package that was on the Unreal store. So I didn't make any of the models. I programmed in the animations, and that's about it. Just want to make that clear. So in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you can see the health, mana, hunger, and stamina, and experience of the character. In the bottom of the screen, you can see numbers 1 through 5 in spacebar. These are key bindings that the player can attach abilities and items to. And yeah, so let's go over some of the functions that I have. So first, there's the inventory. Kind of self-explanatory. It's an inventory. There's 10 slots that the player starts off with, and there's a consume and discard button. In the future, I do want to implement crafting and being able to move stuff around the inventory. Right now, all I have is consume and discard. Next are the stats. So a lot of survival games like Ark, Conan, and a lot of classic RPGs have stats. So I have them in this game. So similar to what you see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, there's health, mana, hunger, stamina, strength, defense, intelligence, resistance, dexterity, and speed. And all can be increased in this window. So as you can see, I have 10 skill points, and by clicking on the up arrow next to any of these stats, you can increase them. So for strength, if I click on it, it goes up to 4. Speed, if I click on it, goes up 1. Health, mana, hunger, and stamina go up by a little bit larger values. So health can go up by 10, hunger goes up by 5, stamina goes up by 5. In addition to the main stats, there's also a couple extra. So we have elemental stats: fire, water, earth, wind, ice, poison, and lightning. I do plan on adding even more, like light, darkness, etc., but this is what I have currently. And all these are 0 right now. And they can't be increased like the main stats can. You can also see how much the character is healing. So health, or how much the character is regenerating. So health, stamina, mana, all these are regenerating at a point of 0.002 per tick, or per second. I have it set per second, I'm sorry. And that's about it for the stats. Next are traits. And traits are what I'm using to make every playthrough different for the player. So as you can see, right now it says pig. So let's add some stats so you can see what I'm talking about. So by moving, we've unlocked the Traveler trait. And Traveler is the name of the trait that I have that the player can increase just by moving around, running, sprinting, jumping. All those can add to the Traveler trait. And what the Traveler trait will do is increase the amount of stamina the player has and the amount of speed that player has when it gets to a higher level. So right now, level 1, it's not really giving anything. It's your first movement. You don't really get too much out of it. But moving around some more, you unlock Traveler level 2. And as you can see on the trait list, I've unlocked an ability called Sprint. So right now, as my traits, I have 3 different types of traits. There's species traits, which are related to your current species, what classes you have, all that. Those will be in green. Passive traits, like Traveler, are in white. And ability traits, like Sprint, are going to be in red. So everything in red you can equip. Everything that's in white are passive, and they're automatically activated when you gain them. And green will basically show what kind of abilities you can learn and the species that your character is. So, in order to gain some more traits, let's use the inventory system and show off some of the functionality and what I mean by having a different experience with every playthrough. So here on the bottom right-hand corner, we're hovering over, you can see that we're hovering over a drop. And in the right-hand corner, you can see rock fruit and 10. So rock fruit is the name of the drop, and 10 is the amount of drops that are in that stack. So by using the pickup function, we pick up the item, and it's added to our inventory. And by clicking on the item in the inventory, you can see a description of the item. And underneath the description, you can see what kind of stats you'll gain by consuming the item. So if I eat this, I get 10 HP, 10 mana, 7 HP, 7 HP, 5 mana, 5 hunger, 5 stamina, and 1 point in earth. So by consuming a couple of these, I consume 6. As you can see from going from 4 to 10. So then going down to my stats, I can see now that earth is at 6. I close that and go back to the inventory. We're going to eat the rest of these. And you also see my level right now, my experience is at 18. We're going to level up after we finish eating these. So, consuming the rest. I've now hit level 10, and I've now consumed all the rock fruit. So looking at my traits, 2 things have happened. I've gained a trait called Earth, which is from eating all the rock fruit. And I've gained a trait called Big Stomach for the pig reaching level 10. And with those bonus traits, a couple of things have happened to my stats as well. And also gained an ability called Earth Ball. We're going to go over that in a second. So my hunger is now getting bonus 20. And that's from the Big Stomach trait. My resistance and defense, I'm now getting bonus 5, and that's from the Earth trait. So the more you level up a certain element or ability or character, the more bonus traits you have, and you can benefit more by doing more things. It's the basic idea I have. So let's apply the abilities that we've learned. So by closing that and opening up the skill bindings, you see it's very similar to the skill bindings we have down here. We can equip the abilities that we've learned. So sprint, as you saw, and I equipped that to the space bar, and now this says sprint as well. So by moving and hitting the space bar key, you can see that the stamina is being drained on the left side of the screen, and that my character moves faster when holding spacebar. So now I just held spacebar, not holding spacebar. Holding spacebar, not holding spacebar. The difference is very hard to tell because I don't have much on the map, but it works. Next is Earth Ball. So you can attach Earth Ball to any of these keys. You can attach Sprint as well. I like it on spacebar. That's just my preference, but you can do whatever you want. So Earth Ball, we equip that to the 2 key. Close that, hit 2, fire Earth Ball, or some rock. Simple enough. So in order to show this functionality more, and what I mean by being able to use more traits, I'm going to equip a couple more traits and learn a couple more abilities. I've also unlocked the jump trait when I jumped. I'm going to equip a couple more traits, and so that we can see how they work. So we have Earth, but what if we get something else like Fire? So I'm going to get Fire, and I'm going to put it to level 3. So for getting Fire level 3, 3 things have happened. I've gained the Fire trait, and I've also gained 2 abilities. So because the level of this trait is higher than Earth, which is just 1, I've gained 2 abilities. So I've gained Fire Buff and Fire Ball. So if we close that and open up the skill tree, I can equip the Fire Ball, and I can equip the Fire Buff. So and also the circle that you see above the character, that's just something I've put in to tell which element the character is strongest in. So because fire is the highest, it's going to be the larger circle. I'm going to play with that to just make sure there's no confusing. That's what that little ball is above the character. So now I'm going to hit the 1 key for Fire Buff. And as you can see, the mouth or the pig is on fire. And that's from the Fire Buff. And also while the buff is active, I'm getting 10 bonus strength. As you can see, it goes down. And when we hit it again, it went up. See that I'm now getting bonus 15, and the total strength is 19. And once the duration of the buff runs out after 10 seconds, the bonus goes away and the stat goes down to its regular value. And if I hit 3 for Fireball, fire the Fireball. So that's all I'm going to show for this video. I'm planning on implementing a lot more stuff with more species, a lot more traits, all that kind of good stuff. So stay tuned, and I'm going to show a little bit of functionality with my resources, the other species I have, and a little bit of the combat. Thanks for watching.